Hi, this is Cathy Mack. This is my Pillars of Leadership. Here I will have a total of 12 dancers. Two dancers will be on the floor, and both of them will get on the floor and get into a pose and hold that pose. The first dancer will be in a fetus position. The second dancer will be on the floor, either bent over or just leaning over. Then there will be two more dancers that will come in that will stand behind them, the ones that's in the pose position. So the first dancer in the pose that's bent over in the fetus position, that dancer will stand behind her like holding a baby in her arm, looking at the baby into that whole pose. And then the second dancer that came in will stand behind the one that's either leaning over or bent over. That dancer will grab themselves um, like they're in pain, needing a desperate healing. Then I will have a total of 8 dancers that will use billows, two dancers with the billow cloths will be behind each dancer. So therefore, two billow cloth people will be behind the dancer that's in the fetus position and the one with the pose of holding the baby. Then the second billow cloth people will be behind the other two dancers that's bent over and holding herself like she's needing a healing, like she's in need of healing. And then I will have 4 other dancers. They will have red billow cloths, and they will be in the middle at that time. So they would just the cross would be formed, but they would just be kneel down until it's time to raise the cross. So the music will begin to play, and the music that I chose is Spirit to Spirit by Julie True. And the reason for choosing the song, because this song is like God's Spirit is really speaking to you. It's like God's Spirit is breathing life into you, and it's speaking to your spirit. It's bringing that which was dead, that which was barren, that which was stagnant, in a stagnant situation. It begins to speak spirit to spirit and to bring new life, to bring new beginnings. So that's why I chose that song. Okay, so the two, as the when the music starts, then the two people with the billow cloth behind the fetus position person, they would just billow up slowly, real slowly, behind two dancers while they minister. Therefore, the fetus position and the one that's holding the baby dancing, she will begin to speak life to her womb, encouraging herself because she has been barren for a long time. And as she begins to worship, her womb begins to open up and manifest what God had promised to her. So then the dancer in the fetal position begin to move, and the dancer helped that dancer to get up off the floor because she's embracing her manifestation of what God has promised her. Then they will hold the pose. Then the other two billow people will sway forward as the two other dancers minister. So the next dancers goes, the one is on the floor bent over is with an eye mask. That's only for visual example for the audience to be able to see. The dancer behind her is like in a cumbre pose. Then she will move from that pose to dancing, encouraging herself by worshiping God that she can be healed and that by his stripes, by dancing, by worshiping God. Then the dancer will begin to dance around the dancer that's on the floor. Then that dancer that's on the floor will get up from being bent over to sitting up. But as she sit up or on her knees, She still has the face mask on, and she's looking like from side to side, and she's reaching and grabbing by faith for her healing. Then the dancer will take the eye mask off of the dancer that's on the floor, and she will begin to move, doing arm movements, looking at her manifestation of her healing, because she was once blind but now she can see. And the dancer on the floor will look at the dancer that is standing, and they will pose and hold. And then the next choice of song will be Whom the Sun Set Free by Kathleen Carnally. Then the blue billows will billow up slowly, because at this time the red billow cloth dancers would stand, and they will form the cross. And while the dancers with the red cross stands up, except the dancers that's in front of the billows billow to make the cross. Then the first group of dancers will go and worship God for being free from that barren, of her womb being barren, that seemed to be dead to her, but not to God. And then the second group of dancers will go and worship God for being able to now see when she could not see from birth. And then all the dancers will end up at the cross, worshiping God and thanking God for their deliverance and their healing. Thank you.